Hi friends from Asteria's Convos. This is Asteria Elzea. I'm just popping on here with a little mini podcast recording to tell you guys that I have a community building training that I created, and I'm starting my first ever run of it on Juneteenth at 11 a.m. Pacific time. And it's called Community Building with Asteria Elzea. It's going to be at 11 a.m. over 5 sessions, and it'll end on July 3rd. And I did pick the dates for symbolic reasons, which would be the day before Independence Day. And Juneteenth, of course, is the day the last slaves were told that they were emancipated. This course, training on community building, I've synthesized it from a decade of my own study around life coaching, connection, attachment, trauma, anti-racism, queer theory, and especially of the Black activists' work in Detroit, like the Emergent Strategy Institute and Adrienne Marie Brown's work. The first session on June 19th is going to be about power dynamics and weighted lenses. So I'm going to talk about how to assess the power dynamics of a situation and how to positively wield your influence in that situation. Weighted lenses are also going to be about how people who have a lived experience with something like trauma, like being Black, those people have opinions that hold more weight about any issue that touches those issues. Session 2 on June 24th is going to be about values defining. So we're going to sit down together. We're going to do breakout sessions. We're going to define your values. And then we're going to talk about how to make your values actionable. And we're going to come out with an actual list of ways that you can put your own personal values into everyday situations. The next session, session 3 on June 27th, is going to be about contact nutrition, which is the building blocks of a secure attachment, which you can intentionally practice so that you have better relationships. So this is going to be kind eyes, vocal prosody, and several other things. And these are going to be things that I'm going to give you actual examples of how you can use them to have better relationships immediately. Our 4th session on July 1st is going to be called An Inspiring Vision. And I'm going to talk about how much Afrofuturism has impacted my way of thinking, and I'm going to talk about the Afrofuturistic idea of how we need to dream the future that we want to see. And then for session 5, that's on July 3rd, the day before Independence Day, we're going to talk about curious action, and we are going to put everything together and make a plan so that you can go out into the world in curious action around your own individual values. So I really think that anyone and everyone could benefit from this program, but especially white cis men who want to use their power as white cis men for good, so you can be mindful about wielding your influence in the world. I think that white women who are looking to up their contributions to the community around them could really could really benefit. And I want to say that I'm calling out white women because we have, as a group, voted for Trump. So we need to be doing something in our interactions with other white women specifically. And this is going to help you do that. Because you're going to be building better connections and you're going to be able to talk to people better. I'm going to teach you about how to stand up for people. This is also for people who can't protest. Anyone can community build from anywhere at any time. And this is an online program. Even if you're disabled, you can use this training. I'm also disabled. I've got a chronic illness. I've got Ehlers-Danlos syndrome. This is also for people in leadership, those in workplaces, people who want to be able to say, hey, my friend was talking, and hold space for other people in everyday life. So this is Asteria Elzea's community building training. I hope that, you let me know if you have any questions, and I would love to see you on Thursday at 11 a.m. It's also free / pay what you can, because this is all information that I've read out of books or learned from other people and synthesized down in my own way, but it's not mine. So I want to share it in a free / pay what you can version, at least for this very first time, and definitely around the protests, because I believe in what's happening, but I do spend most of my time in my house laying down, so I can't really get out on the streets like that, but I can be a member of my community that can be relied on, and I can share the way I show up in the world, the thought processes that I have around other people as I move through spaces. I can share where I learned things and what I know. So that's what I'm offering up. And thank you so much for listening to the podcast and being somebody that I really can rely on to hear my voice. I really appreciate that and honor it so much. Thank you, Asteria Elzea.